How to work out for fat loss. First of all, why is it important to work out? It's important to work out because when you work out, you signal to the body that those muscles are being used. So the body is forced to keep them or it's forced to grow them. If you do not work out, the body does not see the need of keeping the muscles. Therefore, you're going to lose them. This is why when we see some friends of ours who start losing weight and they end up looking worse than they did before, this is because they were not working out, they were not getting enough protein. Therefore, when they started losing, they did not only lose fat, they lost muscles too. This is something we should not allow to happen. And we do this by learning how to work out, to grow and maintain our muscles during a cutting phase. A cutting phase means when you're losing fat. So how do you do it? The first thing you need to do is to warm up. If you're using the gym and weights, later I'll talk about those who are using body weights, okay? So if you're using the gym and the weights and you're working your leg on that day, if you reach the gym and you are not walking before coming to the gym, what you do is go to the treadmill or the elliptical machine or the bicycle, whatever, and warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes. Very quickly, get done with that, then now come to the weight rooms. In the weight rooms, what you're going to do is, let's say for example, you're doing squats, and let's say you have an idea of how much weight you're going to lift. For example, let's say you're going to lift 40 kgs. The bar weighs 20 kgs, and the weights you put 10 here, 10 here. So total is 40 kgs. That's the amount of weight you're going to be using when working out. But now you're warming up. So you've done your steps when you were coming to the gym, or you are not walking when you came. So you've gotten to the gym, you've gone to the treadmill or the bicycle or the elliptic, and you've done your 5 or 10 minutes on the treadmill. Now you come to the lifting. When you reach the lifting, take the bar and do 12 reps with that bar, okay? Once you're done with the bar, add weight to the bar that is half of the amount of weight you're going to be lifting during your working set. In this case, we've said 40. Now the bar is already 20 for you since you're lifting only 40. Now what you're going to do, just add 2.5 on one side and 2.5 on the other side. Do that for 5 reps. Once you're done with that, then add the weight to reach about 60 to 70% of your working set. In this case, we'll just remove the 2.5 from the weight and add 5 and 5. Now it's 30 kgs. Do that for 3 reps, okay? Once you're done with that, add 2.5, 2.5. Now you're doing 35 in total. Do 2 reps. Once you're done with that, return the weight and now add 10 and 10. This is your working set. Now when you're working, what you'll do is you're going to do something called stretch sets. With stretch sets, you have rep targets. For example, it might be 8 to 10. That's the rep range you're going to work with. So for example, let's say in the first set, you manage to do 10 reps. In the second set, you manage to do another 10 reps. In the third set, you manage to do 9 reps. You are done with that workout. Move to the next exercise. Next time when you come to the gym to do the same exercise, you're going to do the same thing we've done. You will go to the cardio area and you do your 5 minutes or 10 minutes using your bicycle, elliptical, or treadmill. When you come back, you will start warming up again. You start with the bar. Then add about 50% of your working set and do 5 reps. Add more weight so that it reaches about 60 to 70% of your working set and do 3 reps. Once you're done with that, add more weight that it reaches about 80 to 90% of your working set and do 2 reps. Now you're ready for the workout. When it comes to the working set, your goal is to reach 10. So you're going to push until you reach 10 in the first set. Second set, you reach 10. The third set, let's say you reach 10 too. So all the sets you've reached 10, you've gone to the highest point of the range, which is 10 reps. Now, next time when you come back, you're going to add weight. You're going to add 2.5 on one side, 2.5 on the other side. And you aim again to be within that rep range, between 8 and 10. Sometimes you'll go lower. You might do the first set, maybe you reach 9. The second set, you reach 8. The third one, you reach 5. Now your goal is to increase them until all of them are at 10. So the first set reach 10. The second one, you push until 10. Then you keep on working until the third one reaches 10. The moment it reaches 10, you add the weight. That's how you should do it. Do not work randomly. You must have a way of progressing. And this is how we do it. You work until you're in that rep range and you push until you go to the highest rep in that rep range. Once you meet that rep, add the weight and go lower again and come back up and keep on doing that. Every time you reach the highest rep range, add weight. Automatically you'll become quicker for that weight and you push it again until you reach that level. That's how you should work out with heavy weights to lose fat. Do not do any other nonsense you see people doing there at the gym. Now, if you're doing body weight workouts, for you it's simple. You do not need to warm up. Just start. For example, you're doing squats, do as many as you can do until you're tired. So for example, let's say you start today and you can only do 5. Do 5, take a break. Come back again, do 5, take a break. Come back again, do 5, take a break. Next time you're doing them, push until you do 6. Try as much as you can, you do 6, all of them. Sometimes you'll not be able to do 6, all of them. You can do maybe 6, 6, 5. Next time, come back again, aim at 6. Do 6, 6, 6. The moment all of them are 6, now you can move to 7 and you keep on doing that. You move forward. Every day you try to get stronger and stronger and stronger. This is how you grow muscles when you're losing fat. And this is why you're going to look amazing when you achieve your goals. Now, for those who are doing bodyweight workouts, I need to understand that it's not optimal. It's better for you to access the gym. So start making plans to access the gym. If you're very private, then you can buy the weights and have them in your house and use them in your house if you don't like public places. But think of the gym. That's very good for you long term. You may not need it now, but start thinking of it. If you need help in any of this, do not worry. We can jump on a call. We are going to talk about your goals, your struggles, and I will give you a game plan at the end of that call. Just use the link in my description.